next as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Kansas City Chiefs. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Set, hut, go to base.
King now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up a third down. From the gun, King. Open man is Michael Thomas. A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now Mahomes forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes, and he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes looking downfield for Kelsey. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Mahomes again. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Mahomes going to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 6-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You free. Kill.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. King, off play action. To Gordon, out left. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. King. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
New Orleans.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Saints 14, Chiefs nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Eluding the pressure right. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Yellow. Hey, 57.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Fight on these two. Let's go, Blue Lady. 43.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
don't they? They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. A first trip to the red zone for KC. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now King off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Steps away to his left. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Rush in.
Back to throw. King. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
To throw is King. Off play action. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
He's not going to get me. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Let's go. Mike 52.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he goes into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Attack!
To throw again on second down. Mahomes, the tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mahomes now on first down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Letting one go deep, and that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Touchdown, Chiefs.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. The extra point up and good, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's King. Throwing on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
They're running it.
Off the play fake. King. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
36 yards. And the Saints, first down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. King now operating from the gun. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Kansas City touchdown. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length, and the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is taken near the 13. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. King. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
At the Chiefs' 44-yard line.
Let's get off the field, D. Shift.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it down to the 32.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver or tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. King to throw on 3rd down. That's complete, right around the 8. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. Sliding out of the pocket, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all, and you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now King from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 91 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
On second down, Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Operating from the gun, King. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On the ground, Kamara. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check 50, check 50.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. To throw is King. Operating from the gun. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Back to throw. King. Being chased out left. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
They're throwing it on first down, but no one was open, so he gets flushed out of the pocket, runs towards the sidelines, gets out of bounds with a good gain and a first down.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8. At the Chiefs.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Here's King, looking to throw on second down. Forced out to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
King now on third down. Flushed out right. Toward the pylon, caught. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 25 yards that time. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On second and 10, Mahomes. And a big one loss here as he's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within one score.
All hope not gone yet, but at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within one score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Just like that. Switch. Check 24.
Now Kamara. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Here's 2nd and 8. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. King to throw on third down. He wants it all for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of the team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eli Apple. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now King off the play fake. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a little floater there is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Set the turn, defense. Let's go. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Tight dog, hold up.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Chris Jones on the stop. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They run it again with Kamara. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.